Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. There's no astrology in these, so check them out for all three to see which one speaks to you the most and which part of you I resonate with the most as a reader. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, for your overarching energy trend or theme, you have... Okay, that one seems to want out. The Chariot card. Okay, so it is going to be a fast, powerful and dynamic week for a lot of you. Remember with the Chariot card, this is a very fast card and it's going to see you coming up trumps in some way, shape or form. I love this card because it is a victory and success card. And sometimes it means that the thing that we're conquering or the thing that we're overcoming is an aspect of ourselves that is no longer optimal. I think this could be a real week where you get really honest with yourself about a shift that needs to take place. Or you observe a shift that has already taken place and you start to understand why that's a good thing. I think in a lot of ways, this is you making sense of a lot of what has already passed or what's gone under the bridge. So I am totally here for this. When it comes to, or should I say, if for those of you that are continued subbies, you know Rafi loves you. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share. And if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. All right, for your actions and options, sorry, I got itchy nose all of a sudden. You got the Hanged Man, right? So this week you are being urged to take it easy, whether this is for health reasons, whether this is for mental energy, you're just being encouraged to really take a beat. Now, this is a lot of water because the Chariot card is Cancer ruled, the Hanged Man is Neptune, so therefore Pisces ruled. So it's a lot of water and, you know, water flows. It takes its time. You are a mutable sign, so you understand that. You understand the value in taking your time to do something and to do it properly and well. But this is a very reflective energy. And, you know, it's funny because that's the feeling that I got from the Chariot card. It's like you're very much taking stock of all the changes that you've made. And the Hanged Man is really encouraging you to pull the wisdom out of that. And really, in a lot of ways, because this is kind of encouraging you to sit still for a moment, it means that there is a lot more here for you to learn. There's a lot more wisdom for you to take, which will help you reassess and reevaluate why you have been successful. You know, apart from, I would say, probably Gemini, your sibling sign, nobody understands really statistics and, you know, all of that kind of stuff better than a Virgo, actually. I think you guys make fantastic statisticians and all the rest of it because you understand how to sift through the data. I think this is you taking emotional stock of where you've been and the experiences that you've had recently. Sorry, I got that itchy nose and it's right on the tip. It's almost like somebody sits there like poking on the end of my nose. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's so bloody annoying. Thank you. Someone said to me it's an angel sat there rubbing their feather over my nose to let me know that they're here. And it's like, yeah, that's great, guys. Thank you very much. Enough now. But yeah, this is you taking emotional stock. And I think if you do take that time, you're going to realize that through the reassessment of what you've experienced, you've actually gained a lot of emotional intelligence and wisdom, and that actually can be put forward. And so the options that are available to you are all this week. The options that are available to you are very spiritual and very creative. And those things can actually be really great for you at this time. So then you have the Four of Swords as your communications and conversations. Look, if ever there were a message for you to slow down, take a rest, take a beat, right? I said to you, this is going to be a fast and dynamic week. But the Chariot card also has another energy to it, and that is sometimes it's a warning to slow down, because what is the opposite of the Chariot? The Tower, right? So this is kind of like a slow down, take a moment, reassess, reevaluate. When it comes to your work, when it comes to your career, your profession, or even your studies, you are being urged to take a moment, to take a break, to kind of step back from it and ask yourself, how do I apply what I have learned recently to what it is that I'm trying to achieve moving forward? Now, the Four of Swords, like I said, it's a waiting, patience, stillness kind of energy, even meditation. This with the Hanged Man, this would be a great week for meditation. It would be a great week for spirit journeying. It would be a great week for, automatic writing through journaling, all of that kind of stuff. Highly favored this week. Now, in terms of, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, you are being you are being asked to observe your subject matter from a different perspective. There's something here where it's like, yes, you have a really good understanding of this idea, concept, profession, whatever the case might be, but there's more here for you to learn that you can adapt. So it's kind of like, in order to do that, you have to really look at it from a different angle or perspective. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this week is going to feel quite slow. And I gotta be honest, it does look like you guys are going to be quite impatient, and it's the same thing for those of you that are business owners. You might notice that there are delays and hold-ups this week, and with this Chariot card, it's like you're pushing to get things to go ahead. It's not the right moment, so just take the slowdown, let it happen. There's a reason for this, and you will see it once you reassess and reevaluate, especially your own emotional outlook or understanding. You'll gain a lot of clarity. For those of you that are retired and no longer working for any reason, that Four of Swords basically says this week, if you're looking for work, stop looking. All right, I know a lot of you are going to be like, Raf, really, how can we? Stop looking. This is one of those times where if you stop looking, what you're looking for or seeking is probably going to find its way to you. And sometimes that's the message from the cards, that by sitting still in the place that you are, the thing that you are chasing can actually make its way to you. It's like sometimes the universe says, sit still. That thing that you're chasing is already on its way to you, and the further you run towards it, the further away it's getting from you, because it's behind you on its way to you. All right, so sit still. For those of you that are retired and not planning or wanting or even needing to go back to work, this is really a good week to start your spiritual journey, to start really working on that on the internal plane. For your love and relations, you've got the Six of Swords, so lots of swords energy, lots of air energy, and lots of water. So it's a very cool week in a lot of ways. That Six of Swords with the Four of Swords, there's a delay to some form of travel plan here, whether this is for you or for your significant other. With the Hanged Man in tow as well, there's a good reason for this delay. So if you're partnered, married, or in a long-term commitment and one of you needs to travel, I'm sorry to say, but those travel plans are disrupted this week. That is a good thing. There's something else that will need to be done that will show up. So when you have that moment of frustration and you think, why can't we just go to wherever it is that we need to go, or why can't they make it, or whatever, there is a reason. All right, so just sit still long enough for it to reveal itself. For those of you that are single and looking to mingle, wait. This is the same thing for those of you that are looking for a job. Stop chasing it. It's already going to come to you. All right. Now, for your money and materials, you've got the Three of Swords. I'm really sorry to say, but it does suggest that this week is going to be a financial hit. There's something here that you're going to need to pay out for, or potentially something you've already paid out for that you either don't get a refund on, or getting the refund is delayed in some way. It's always frustrating when that kind of thing happens, but don't let it get to you too much, all right? This is really, this week, more than ever, you have to take a moment to step back and say, I can't see what it is right now, but there is a reason that there is a stasis, there's a stillness, right? And with these cards, it's all swords and a portion of water. I would say this is a week to really observe the thoughts that you're having and what impact that has on your emotions, and pay attention to the emotions that are roiling in you, because they're feeding directly into your thoughts. There's something about a feedback loop here that you need to observe this week. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, it looks like a lot of you are brokenhearted at the moment. Maybe not necessarily about a relationship, But in some regard, it's like there's something in your life or in your world that you're kind of feeling like, wow, you know what, this is not what I expected it to be. Or you're kind of just seeing things, like I said, from that fresh perspective. But if once you get past the initial sort of hurt of it all, I think you will be fine. When it comes to your, I mentioned money, when it comes to your home and environment, that Three of Swords potentially sees you saying goodbye to something in the home. So, look, my money, because of the travel cards that are present, I touch wood, I hope I'm wrong, potentially this is a car. Um, that's, you know, could be the heavier end of the scale, and even sort of more challenging than that, it could be a pet if you have pets. I don't think that's going to be for a lot of you, if I'm completely honest with you. I do feel like it will be a car, a vehicle, or some kind of mechanical object, you know, so this could even be a washing machine. And I will say as well, with the Three of Swords and the Hanged Man, now that I see it, if you've got any form of water issue this week, get it seen to immediately. All right, do not wait, because I'm telling you, you're gonna have water pissing out of the frigging walls at some point. If you leave it, the chances are it will get really bad really quickly. All right, I touch wood, I hope I'm wrong on that. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. If you would like to book your personal reading with me, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes out. Take care. I'll see you soon.